Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're having a good day. It's been a while since I've done one of these postings, so it's good to be back. I'm going to get straight into it. Lithium, and in particular Vulcan Energy Resources. Macro theme, demand for lithium continues to grow. Demand for EVs and sales of EVs continue to grow. Every reputable forecasting organization, analytical organization, whether it's the IEA, whether it's Benchmark Mineral Intelligence, whether it's Wood, whether it's DNV, whether it's McKinsey, all of these companies are projecting the same thing: energy transition, energy storage, electrification of transport is driving demand for lithium globally. In addition to that, we have the geopolitics, which is quite clear. So, why is the share price of Vulcan tanking, and more recently hitting 2.7 euros a share, compared to what it was well over 4 just a couple of months ago? I mean, what is the logic? So I want to really look and unpack this, and then you can make your own judgments. So this company has been in pilot production for 3 years. It has fully sold on the phase 1 of its project. That's 24,000 tons of lithium carbonate per annum. In addition to that, they're running a geothermal plant and have been doing so for some time. They're moving ahead with permitting. They've raised equity finance for their central lithium processing plant. So if I put all that together, demand, technology, supply, testing, let's move to the financing. Equity financing, I just mentioned, continues to flow through. Most recently with a raise they did for over 60 million euros to contribute to the development of the central lithium processing plant. They are in discussions, I think being supported by BNP Paribas, for the debt financing side of things, and that is now focused on the geothermal plants and elements of it, as well as the LCE, the lithium carbonate extraction process and plant. So this company is well on its way and aiming to be in production by probably, let's say, 2026. NPV, post-tax NPV of 2.7 billion euros. 2.7 billion euros post-tax NPV, and our current market value cap around just over 400 million. So you take those metrics all into account. Normally we like to use the NPV as a proxy for what the market cap should be aiming for, or could be. And you ask yourself then, based upon current performance, why has the share price continued to float down when the company continues to tick off major milestones constantly and is continuing to update the market very regularly? Their communication is great. So let's step into the why. Sometimes markets just silly. They move emotionally, brainless. Sometimes there are sell-offs for tax reasons. Sometimes it really is rumors and fear of technology, fear of the equity being diluted, fear of the size of investment and challenge, fear of it not happening. And a lot of this is driven by emotions. Many algorithms that are run, it sort of bank gains at 10%, 20%, 30%, and it's just sort of, okay, we've made our gain, let's sell down. So when you're in a market with thin volume, when there are end of year tax issues, and in general, when there's a very skittish market around, especially for small caps, you get these illogical moves. But as in my view, as Warren Buffett says, people, companies, or market participants doing silly things can help you make significant sums of money. So what's my take on this? My take is that on face value and just based on the facts, the company, it continues to deliver. The company continues to tick off its milestones. I think the share price is way oversold, and this is not advice. You have to do your own research and get proper advice. I'm just giving you my opinion. European lithium demand is suppressed, oppressed, and is just waiting to get their teeth into it. This would be the biggest project they have. It's novel. It's zero carbon. It has all the benefits that I've covered in previous notes and sessions as well. I'll put in a few interesting links. It's not like this is the only one in the world in terms of using novel technology. There are companies experimenting and producing LCE in what is potentially termed as Lithium Valley in south of the United States. I'll put in a link to a pretty interesting video. Goldman Sachs has run a pretty extensive report on direct lithium extraction technology. Lilac Solutions is testing that technology, and it's being used, especially or adopted or planned to be used, let's say, in South America. So the technology is being tested globally in different regions. All in all, demand risk, offtakes are signed, financing risk, equities being raised, orders for forward capex and parts are being placed. Supply risk. We've already looked. They've been testing their geothermal process, and they're producing with a plant that they acquired. So the testing has been done. So the technology risk also is covered by the testing. I don't know what other risk there is. Demand risk, supply risk, financing risk, technology risk. I think one can challenge each of these. The other pricing pressure has been down to short sellers, but now the percentage of that has significantly decreased. So my view right now is that I'm looking really towards around the first week of June, and I will be assessing where Vulcan Energy Resources is at that point. And my intention is that if I see continued weakness at the current levels, I will be topping up. I think it's an excellent company. It's on the cusp of big things in Europe and wider Europe. Phase 1 alone, the NPV I mentioned was phase 1 alone. They also have phase 2, and further into the future they have potential in Italy, potential in France, and other jurisdictions which have access to a geothermal resource. So do your own homework. Zero carbon lithium, I think it sounds cool anyway. Right now, when the market is fearful, look to be greedy. When the market participants are silly, look to be calm and sane and factual. Do your analysis factually based. That's what I'm doing, and let's see what happens. So with that, have a really great day. Vulcan Energy Resources, let's watch this go between now and 2026 and beyond, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a great story to tell. Thanks for watching. Bye.